This is a scary thing to conceptualize and to rationalize, but based upon articles that were previously published, like The New Aristocracy, um, and other articles talking about uh, corporate oligarchy. So then you're talking even further about racketeering, price fixing, and collusion, basically, because this happens. It's very easy within capitalism, even more so within organized, centrally planned governments, which are very large and very wasteful, that corruption follows power no matter what, because people that don't know how to use power become corrupted the easiest because they've never had to work a day in their lives, and they've never been subjected to a dominance hierarchy that is absolute. And I tell you, once you have, then you'll understand. And there's no one that knows that more than people in the military. And while I do not claim to be a military person, I have been around lots of them. And you know what? After a while, that stuff sinks in. Their life lessons, they sink in. Because if you're not listening to people that can kill people, then you're fucking stupid. And the reality is that every single one of us is capable of killing. And you know what's killing the human spirit right now is this neo feudalism. And that's what I'm trying to get across here in this blackout video, especially after nuking a Facebook group, um, for not having any humor, because frankly, everybody's got hypervigilance. Everyone's expecting a threat to come from every corner, and you don't argue with people on the internet because your opposition has quite prob quite probably, a high possibility, has a more experience at smack talking and humiliation tactics than you do. And that's the internet for you, because it's a race to the bottom. Um, the atomization of the hyper individualism, which arose out of marketing and propaganda, because propaganda wasn't really weaponized until the Second World War. Well, actually, that's an incorrect statement. Until the printing press, even again, these are broad strokes of generalization, because um, icons and whatnot that the church was using and that other religions were using in order to reward the pious people coming to places of worship. Even architecture can be propaganda. Look at for example, the Eiffel Tower and the World's Fair of the 19th World's Fairs of the 19th century, and then into the mid 20th century. This is when we had more cohesive identities as tribes, towards countries and nationalism. But again, the internet has brought about um, something new, especially with the instantaneous nature and the instant gratification of the communication. Is that, again, you're talking about neo feudalism, hyper individualization. Everybody's freaking burnt out because of COVID. No one, and like, this is just, again, broad strokes. Like, I'll go up to strangers and I'll talk to them. That doesn't mean I'm going to have a deep conversation. Is that every single person within North America and Europe that has a phone in their hand, anyone that has a phone in their hand, has been subjected um, to a campaign of propaganda that has burnt out every single person to actual interactions. Hence the no fat movements, and again, people leaving dating apps in droves because it's not funny anymore, right? When you give up control to someone else because you think it's convenient and because you believe in a cult of personality, then you deserve what you get. And what you get is your enslavement. We all create our own prisons, and a prison is a place that you can't leave. And there's nothing worse than indoctrination, because you can be in prison and you can be a free person, but you can be on the outside and be enslaved. Now, again, this is inspired by me talking in a Facebook group and getting blocked from Discord channels because there's cultural differences, and there's just some people on the internet that will never ever achieve the same level of intelligence or education as you have, because they don't have the resources and they don't have the discipline, and they'll do anything they can to drag people down to their level. This is the reality of humanity, is that we're in a race to the bottom across the world because no one wants anyone else to succeed, especially North America and Europe. Take that how you want. Project everything that you hate onto me, because I am the object of your desire.